Hey, welcome to 90 Day Fiancé latest news update. Moving to the United States via the K-1 visa is a costly process. Does being on 90 Day Fiancé make a dent in the cost? 90 Day Fiancé follows American citizens who have applied for the K-1 visa, which allows non-U.S. citizens to immigrate to the United States if they are engaged to a U.S. citizen. Once the international partner is in the States, the couple must get married within 90 days to start the green card process. With 11 seasons so far, and many spin-offs, the TLC series is a massive favorite among fans, largely due to its eclectic cast. Since the cast serves as the heart of the series, fans have long wondered how much the couples get paid to be on the show. Below, we're breaking down everything that has been made public about how much 90 Day Fiancé cast members get paid. How much do 90 Day Fiancé cast members get paid? Reportedly, 90 Day Fiancé stars make between $1,000 and $1,500 per episode during their first season. Former 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days cast member Stephanie Matto recently shared on TikTok, when you are a couple coming on the show for the first season, you are generally paid $1,000 or $1,500 per episode, and within a season, you will probably do about 10 to 13 episodes, and then the tell-all, you get a little bit more. When cast members return for future seasons, Matto claims their wages go up. However, not everyone gets that paycheck during their franchise debut. Matto also explained, if you are filming for 90 Day Fiancé, only the person who is a U.S. citizen is getting paid, because that is the law. Both cast members get paid abroad on shows like Before the 90 Days and 90 Day Fiancé the other way. What have 90 Day Fiancé stars said about getting paid? Other than Stephanie Matto, one of the cast members who has spoken most openly about how much the 90 Day cast makes for being on the show is Season 2 star Danielle Mullins. In a 2020 interview on The Dominic Natty Show, Mullins shared, "I can't disclose how much cast members make, but I would say it's close to $10,000 if you're in every episode of the season. Season 4 was only 14 episodes. When I first started in 2014, we got half of it up front and half at the end of the season, and they hold it so if you break your NDA, you don't get the rest of your money." She confirmed that the NDA lasts 9 months. In 2022, Season 4 star Anfisa Arkhipchenko candidly told her Instagram followers why she left the franchise. She explained, "I know my worth, and I wasn't treated well or getting what I deserve. I don't agree to be a clown for pennies on a dollar while the network makes millions."
For many couples, the real financial value of appearing on 90 Day Fiancé doesn't come from the paycheck itself, but from what happens after the cameras stop rolling. While the base pay per episode may seem low considering the emotional exposure and intense scrutiny, the show often acts as a launchpad for future income opportunities that would otherwise be out of reach. Once a cast member becomes recognizable, doors begin to open. Social media followings grow rapidly, sometimes overnight. Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube become powerful income streams through sponsored posts, brand deals, and ad revenue. For some former cast members, a single sponsored post can earn more than what they made during an entire season on the show. This is especially true for cast members who return for multiple seasons or appear in popular spin-offs. The more screen time someone gets, the stronger their personal brand becomes. Fans feel invested in their stories, their relationships, and even their daily lives. That emotional investment translates directly into clicks, views, and ultimately money. However, this path to success is far from guaranteed. The hidden costs of fame. While some cast members manage to turn reality TV exposure into a profitable career, others find the experience financially and emotionally draining. The filming schedule can be unpredictable, often interfering with regular employment. Many participants take unpaid leave from work or quit their jobs entirely to commit to filming, hoping the exposure will eventually pay off. There are also costs that viewers rarely consider: hair, makeup, wardrobe, transportation, and sometimes even housing expenses fall on the cast themselves. Contrary to popular belief, the network does not cover most personal expenses. For couples already struggling financially due to visa fees and relocation costs, this can add even more pressure. On top of that, public backlash can be severe. Negative edits, online criticism, and social media harassment can damage reputations and make it harder to secure traditional jobs in the future. Some cast members have openly admitted that appearing on the show hurt their mental health and strained family relationships. Visa restrictions and financial limitations. One of the biggest challenges for international cast members is the legal limitation on employment. While viewers often assume both partners are earning money from the show, the reality is far more complicated. During the K-1 visa phase, the non-US partner is not legally allowed to work in the United States. This means they cannot receive payment for filming, sponsorships, or online content until they receive proper work authorization. As a result, the financial burden often falls entirely on the American partner during the early stages of the relationship. This imbalance has caused tension for many couples on the show. Several storylines have highlighted conflicts over money, expectations, and responsibility, all rooted in these legal restrictions. While the show provides exposure, it does not eliminate the structural challenges of immigration law. Do returning cast members earn more? According to former cast members, returning for additional seasons does come with higher pay. While exact figures remain confidential due to NDAs, it's widely believed that veteran cast members can earn significantly more per episode than first-timers. Spin-offs such as Happily Ever After, Before the 90 Days, and The Other Way often feature familiar faces, allowing the network to capitalize on existing fan interest. These returning cast members bring built-in audiences, which increases their negotiating power. That said, even higher pay does not necessarily mean financial security. Filming is not year-round, and income can be inconsistent. Many cast members rely on side businesses, merchandise sales, cameo videos, and subscription platforms to maintain steady cash flow. The role of NDAs and network control. Another important factor is the strict non-disclosure agreements cast members must sign. These NDAs limit what participants can say about production, pay, editing, and behind-the-scenes decisions. Violating these agreements can result in withheld payments or legal consequences. Several former cast members have claimed that these restrictions prevent them from defending themselves against misleading portrayals. Once an episode airs, the narrative is largely out of their control. This can impact public perception and long-term earning potential. Despite these challenges, many still consider the opportunity worthwhile, especially those who successfully leverage the exposure into long-term careers. Is 90 Day Fiancé worth it financially? So, is appearing on the show financially worth it? The answer depends entirely on the individual. For couples hoping the show will pay for their visa, wedding, and new life together, the reality can be disappointing. The base pay alone is rarely enough to cover major expenses. But for those who understand the platform's potential and actively build their brand, the show can be a stepping stone to much larger opportunities. In that sense, 90 Day Fiancé is less about immediate income and more about long-term visibility. As the franchise continues to grow, so does the conversation around fair pay, transparency, and the true cost of reality television fame. Fans may tune in for the drama and romance, but behind the scenes, the financial reality is far more complex than it appears on screen.
As the conversation around pay continues to grow, fans have also started questioning the responsibility of the network itself. Viewers often assume that because the show is so successful, cast members must be financially comfortable. In reality, the franchise's popularity does not automatically translate into financial stability for everyone involved. The network benefits enormously from the emotional vulnerability of its cast. Couples open up about their finances, family conflicts, cultural differences, and deeply personal struggles. These moments create viral clips, trending episodes, and record-breaking ratings. Yet for many participants, the financial reward does not reflect the level of exposure or long-term consequences. This imbalance has sparked ongoing debates online, with fans calling for better compensation, mental health support, and transparency. Why people still sign up despite the low pay? Given everything that's been revealed, a natural question follows. Why do people still apply to be on the show? For many couples, the answer is visibility. Appearing on 90 Day Fiancé offers something money alone cannot buy: national and international exposure. For couples already navigating long-distance relationships and immigration stress, the opportunity to tell their story on a massive platform can feel empowering. Some participants also believe the show will help legitimize their relationship in the eyes of skeptical family members. Others hope that documenting their journey will preserve memories or help people in similar situations feel less alone. Then there are those who fully understand the risks, but see the show as a calculated gamble. If it works, the payoff can be life-changing. If it doesn't, they walk away with little more than a controversial edit and public judgment. The reality of reality TV fame. Reality TV fame is unpredictable and often short-lived. A cast member can be adored one season and criticized the next. Public opinion shifts quickly, and online audiences can be unforgiving. Some former cast members have spoken about struggling to return to normal life after filming ends. The sudden loss of attention, income instability, and lingering online criticism can take a toll. Others have shared that employers were hesitant to hire them after seeing their behavior on television, regardless of whether it was accurately portrayed. This creates a strange paradox.
The show opens doors, but it can also quietly close others. How social media changed the game. In earlier seasons, cast members had limited ways to monetize their fame. Today, social media has completely changed the equation. Platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube allow cast members to control their own narratives and earn independently from the network. Some former participants now earn steady incomes through live streams, affiliate links, paid subscriptions, and brand partnerships. A few have even built full-time careers as influencers, entrepreneurs, or content creators. However, success in this space requires consistency, strategy, and thick skin. Not every cast member is comfortable turning their personal life into ongoing content, and not everyone attracts brands willing to collaborate. Financial myths versus reality. One of the biggest myths surrounding the franchise is that cast members are paid to get married, or that the show covers visa expenses. In reality, immigration costs, wedding expenses, and daily living costs are almost always paid out of pocket. While the show documents the journey, it does not remove the financial responsibility from the couple. This reality often becomes painfully clear once filming wraps, and the spotlight moves on to the next season's cast. For some couples, the financial pressure actually increases after the show, especially if one partner is still unable to work legally. Final thoughts as the franchise evolves. As the franchise continues to expand, more former cast members are speaking out, and fans are paying closer attention. The conversation has shifted from pure entertainment to questions about ethics, compensation, and the true cost of televised love. At its core, the show remains compelling because it blends real-life stakes with emotional storytelling. But behind the dramatic music and cliffhangers lies a complex financial reality that many viewers never see. For anyone considering applying, the takeaway is clear. 90 Day Fiancé is not a shortcut to financial security. It is a platform, and like any platform, its value depends on how it is used.